Anyway, if you're new to my channel, my name is George Wulfers and I'm a professional game developer. For the best tips and tricks on game programming, subscribe to my channel and hit that bell icon to be notified when I upload a new video every Monday, or mostly every Monday. With that being said, let's get to it.
Okay, so before we go and move on onto the scoreboard section, let's go ahead and create a simple UI here. And we are going to be making a button where we can pretty much start a new game. Let's call this background or something. And in here, we're going to have a button, import text mesh pro assets, and we are going to change this to start game. Let's do 250. Let's put this guy down
here. Moving. Just do that.
and we also want, let's change the name of this guy to be start game button. And we are going to, hold on. Before we start, let's properly create something, okay? So let's go ahead and add a panel, and this panel is going to have width and height. So we're going to put in the center. It's going to be 500 by 500 or something, or maybe 250. We'll see. And we are gonna make it darker, and we are going to put in here, we're gonna add a component. And what we want to do is we want to just have a vertical layout. Sorry. And we wanted to align things from middle center. So what this is going to do, whatever's inside of this panel now, is going to get aligned properly the way we want it. And we don't have to move things anymore. So there we have it. So now, if we want to add something else, like a input field, and if we move it, we see that. So I think that's it for that. I mean, it's not pretty, but it'll do. And now we have to add functionality to it. So let's create a new folder called the main menu or something like that. And we're gonna create a new C# script, call it main menu. We are going to add main menu into here. And let's open main menu. So what we gotta do is we are gonna get the name or the text from the input field, And we are also going to create a function for the button to when you click the button, start game, it's gonna, before it starts the game, it's gonna get whatever's in the input field, create a new match, and load the level. So let's do that. This doesn't need to be a mono singleton, it's just a mono behavior. And I guess we want to have a start function. And we want to have our input field. We'll just call it input. And that's it. And we also want a function here, public void on start game clicked. So once we click it, we are going to get, okay, we're going to say, okay, is the input field, do we have it? If we don't do anything. But if we do, we are going to get the text.
And
And then we're going to say if match manager dot exists match manager dot instance dot add new match, and we pass in our player name, and then we say scene manager. Let's make sure we use scene Unity engine.scene management. We're going to load the scene. And let's say that we name something game base, and we load that.
okay.
Pretty simple. So we go over here, we go to this thing, and we pass in, oh, I think we have to actually change it to TM Pro input field, because it's not regular UI, it's from Text Mesh Pro, so we can't use the other one, we have to use this one. So all we got to do is just bring it in there. And then in the button here, we have this thing called onClick. List is empty. We just go to the plus sign to add to list. And we are going to get the object. So pretty much what we want to do is we want to get the background and put it into where it says runtime only, none object. And then when it says no function, go to the script that we created. In this case, it's main menu. And go to the function that says on start game clicked. Okay. And that's it. So let's save this and put it in our scenes. This is going to be our main menu. And let's go into another, let's go and create another scene and call it game base. Save it. And before we can actually test anything right now, we have to do several things. First one is go to the build settings. We want to drag in these scenes in order. So 0 is going to start first, and then everything else after that. And that's it. So close that, save again. And let's go ahead and go into the game base. And actually, let's create a new script. Let's create a new folder, and let's create a folder called Game Manager or something like that, or just game. And inside of this folder, we have game related stuff, Game Manager, which actually maybe the folder can be called gameplay because it's all gameplay stuff. And inside of this thing, we open this up. That's pretty cool. They changed the icon to be assembly DLL. Not sure why, but okay. So in here, all we want to do is just do, actually, let's do something like this. On GUI, and we're going to say if match manager dot exists, match manager dot instance dot current match, and then match data, and let's display this data. So GUI dot, let's say label. We want to say that, and we are going to add let's do string dot format. We're going to say player name, and then that thing, curly brackets with a 0 inside, and then comma after the string, and we're going to pass in data dot player name like that. And maybe another one. This is going to be 0. Hold on. Let's do 0, 0, 200 by 50. And this is going to be 100, and then 200 by 50. And we're going to say score. Score. Let's just do those for now. We also want to say, let's make it centered. So minus the width divided by 2, which is just 100. And let's say that this guy is going to start at there minus 25. And this one. This one. Like that, I think. I think that's correct. So we wanna have it in the middle of the screen. Let's see if we did it. Okay. So all we gotta do now is let's create an empty game object. And we're gonna call it game manager. Put game manager inside there and save that. Now let's go back to the previous scene in main menu. And actually, let me check something. I think something is wrong with our match manager. Yes, so we're never incrementing this guy. So we're never gonna get the current match. This is never gonna be something. So what we gotta do is once we add this, we can just increment it, or we can say current match index equals match data list dot count minus 1, because when we add this guy, it's going to be 1 here, and we want to make it an index, so we subtract 1 from it. And that's it for that one. So that's the fix. And we also want to make sure that before we do use this, we want to make sure that it's not null. So let's go back to Unity. Let's go in here, play it, and well, what was that? I don't know, but let's put in our name, George Wulfers. Let's click on Start Game, and I don't know if you can see it. We gotta change the. We have to change the color here. So GUI dot color equals color dot black for now. So if you guys have never seen this, this is the old school way of making user interfaces. And yeah, the new school way, I guess, is through this thing right here, UI and all these things. But to make it simple, we are just using that. So to show you that I can put my name here, and then when I click start, we're going to go into the game base, and we're going to keep that data there. We're going to remember it. Okay, ready? Boom. Player name George Wulfers, score 0. There we go. And hey, I actually did a pretty good job making it centered. And if you see here, we have our don't destroy unload match managers game object, and inside we have our match manager here. So everything is working properly. Inside of our game base, we have our game manager with all that stuff. So cool, it's working. So now on to the next part.
So there you have it. I hope this video was helpful and of value to you. If you liked it, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon to be notified when I post a new video every Monday. Be sure to also share this video with anyone you think will benefit from it. If you have any questions, please post them on the comments below. I would love to hear from you. If you would like to receive updates from us and keep track of what we have planned for this channel, be sure to subscribe to our newsletter. All the links are down below. We are going to be making some courses for you all with more in-depth information and a lot more perks. So, if you would like to be one of the first people to hear about when it will be released, join our mailing list. We won't spam you. We actually hate that sort of thing. So here are other videos on game programming using Unity and C#. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed this video. Stay safe and we'll see you next week.
Welcome to a new